Dangerous Minds goes back in time to become a 1667 John Milton classic. Nick.
What is Gangster's Paradise Lost?
Yes. And Lisa, I was about to say you have enough money to take the lead away from Nick, but you don't even have to respond to take the lead away from Nick because our judges have reevaluated one of your responses a few moments ago, Nick. You said gangsters instead of gangstas on that song by Coolio. So we take 3,200 away from you, so you are now in second place. Lisa, you have the lead.
Whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo Nice.
It's your boy Rod Smooth.
Wow, it's your boy Los, a.k.a. CAP. Fresh off suspension.
A.K.A. Bully.
A.k.a. Bully. I don't want to be the bully. I'm the good guy.
So now you're the good guy.
A.K.A. Carmelo Anthony.
So the thing is, like, we had to put you on suspension due to how you was coming in last time. It's okay.
I put myself on suspension. Let's be clear.
Even your call put you on suspension.
Yeah. But
I think his suspension was wrong with his call.
I was 420 up, man, you know. I broke the cardinal rule. You know, you can't 420 before you go nowhere. You gotta wait till you get there.
Like Roger had a good analogy about that. Raj, I want you to say that on air about some people can smoke and they doing something. I don't remember how you said it.
I don't
remember either.
It was
I might have been smoking at the time.
You said something about smoking weed is doing something for some people.
Oh, yeah, no, I just smoking weed's an activity.
Okay.
You know, like you could go shoot basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You could go play video games. You can go to the club and drink, or you could smoke weed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's an activity in itself, no matter where you are.
For some people.
The fact that you're smoking. Yeah, and of course there's some people that are just hardcore that could just do all of those things and smoke weed.
At the same time, yeah.
But for the normal population, it's a R thing.
Yeah.
You can't shoot basketball and go to the club. Like those, you can't be two places at one time.
Yeah.
You can't smoke weed and go to the club. That's like almost two places.
That's two states of mind.
That's
so
completely different
states.
Yeah, so Los wasn't really even with us on the last podcast.
I was not.
He wasn't even here.
I don't remember nothing I said. I ain't listened to.
No, you can't podcast and smoke weed. That's two different things.
Not for me.
It's definitely
two different places.
Completely.
So, Bully, real quick. I mean, we saw you was online with your. We posted your top 10 of 2017.
Yeah.
We're not gonna take all day, but I'm gonna let you run through your list for the people.
All right. I started number 10. Right. When you hit me about it, I thought it was in a rush. So I gotta make some adjustments. But my number 10 is Nori, Drink Champs, for the simple fact that they kind of started this podcast in the culture and things like that. And I like who they have on. And they start off on CBS. And it's just a bunch of dudes in there in one room smoking and drinking. And he have all the legends on. He had Steve Stout, Irv got it 50. He just had Wu-Tang Clan on there. I mean, he has everybody who we kind of grew up on. You know what I mean? And he's getting backstories about things that, you know, we didn't know about. We knew about the situation, but we know the backstory to him. So I had to shout him out on my top 10. Plus, he's doing new big things just for 2017. He just signed a deal with Revolt. So shout out to him. I had Plies at number 9. Now, he got to go because I had just got through watching this little video rock. You know, you my rock?
Rock. She is my rock.
Yeah, I like that video, but I was half asleep. But okay, so I'm gonna scratch him off the list. But I respect the Plies. He done got a couple hits out the Instagram fame shit, and you know he reasserted himself to be relevant again. So, but he off the list. So I'm gonna drop my Who That down to number 9. All right, Who That Nation. That's enough said right there. We out here. We got Kamara Ball on defense ferocious. You know what I'm saying? Cam Jordan coming through. He a friend of the Aldo Nice. That's his little homeboy. You heard me? All right, so my number 8 is gonna be Issa Rae. Just cause she just a black woman on all black shit. That's why I like her. And you know, she made first sitcom by a woman on a premium network, and I like Insecure. You know what I'm saying? And I remember at what award show she was at when she was like, "I'm just going for all the black people."
Mm-hmm.
She with the shits. I love that. All right, so that's my number 8. My number 7 is gonna be DJ Khaled, for the simple fact that he made his son the executive producer of his CD, right? And he went 2-time platinum, a couple of singles. Now Assad's like a superstar, but got points on a multi-platinum album as a baby. He can't speak, right?
He can't executive produce either.
You ain't like none of Cali shit.
I know that Assad didn't executive produce it.
Yeah, he did. He
Regardless
was
of the fact if I like it or not.
no. If
he's
you
a baby,
follow,
he can't talk,
no.
and he can't executive produce. Are you trying to hold on? Your face looks like you're trying to tell me that he can executive produce.
Let me tell you why he can. He was in the studio. He make a little.
If you don't go to the next one.
All right. My number 7? My number 6 is Cardi B. Flame. She went from Love and Hip Hop, being nothing but regular chick, teeth messed up, fine little thing, to on top of the world now. You know what I mean? She's doing big things. I respect Cardi B. My number 5 is DC Young Fly. Just coming from his struggle. I watched him come from our Instagram, sitting in the roach infested house with a half smoking black and mild in his ear, roasting people. And now, he's a host on TRL on MTV, doing movies.
He ugly though, dog.
I mean, it is what it is. It works for him. He's a lady, right?
I think he's famous because he's ugly though. You gotta look like DC Young Fly to be DC Young Fly.
You gotta be like a young fly, right?
A young fly.
All right, that's number 5. I'm gonna throw Big Baller Brand number 4. My boy LeVar Ball, right? Father of the year to me. This time last year we didn't know who he was. In a year, he's propelled himself to be on the news every day and going against Trump on Twitter, right? So that's why I'm gonna go with Big Baller Brand, my boy LeVar Ball. My number 3 is gonna be Shannon Sharpe, just because he's on TV speaking up and just being a regular black dude, and he be on them yakking miles. He had a great year. He definitely makes the show. I think Stephen A. Smith he's going to do something else because he is falling completely off as he thought he was the voice of us, but we found our true voice. That was number 3. Number 2, Colin. I mean, he came through this year big, asserted himself with Al Sharpton them, in my mind. A lot of things he's done. He impacted the NFL. One of the most major movements we've seen in a while. So definitely Colin. My number 1 gonna be Charlamagne the God, bro. Dude from Muscos, Carolina.
I don't know where from South Carolina.
Muscos, Carolina. One of the
South Carolina.
Dirt Road, got a list. Wrote a book called Black Privilege. Opportunity comes to those who create it. 35 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. Rocking with that boy. He's doing TV shows on MTV, EPing them. He's doing big things in 2017. So that's my list, bro.
I mean, we would talk about your list a little bit more involved, but I mean, you wasn't here last week. That's when we did the list episode. We just did you a courtesy by letting you run through that.
I ran through it.
But did you notice that all of them stuff is out of order from what we put online today? You see what I'm saying?
No, I just took Plies out.
But you changed the order up.
No, I took
because you didn't have LeVar in there. You didn't have LeVar
in there. When I took Plies, I had to put LeVar in there.
That's after he saw that LeVar Ball in college picture. He put him on there.
Ooh, LeVar in college?
That's
hey. Pause.
Hey.
This podcast is brought to you by Young LeVar. DC Young LeVar.
Pause.
But shit, that's Los list. I mean, CNA said last week, if you get a chance, go on there and tell us who list was best. Who list you like best out of the top 2017. People was actually buzzing about CNH and his conspiracy theory about how Stephen Paddock wasn't really the shooter. A lot of people hit me up like, man, your boy lost me when he started talking about that.
What'd he say?
Oh man, he just said Stephen Paddock wasn't really the shooter. That
so
it was
the shooter?
An arms deal going back. You got to listen to the last podcast, man. Because
it's on the podcast, Los.
Like you should do like Roger. You listen to every podcast.
I didn't make it that far.
Know this, man.
I usually do. I just didn't make it that far.
Another thing, Raj, just something you should. We talked about a few weeks ago. Dr. Lee, your homeboy. This podcast brought to you by Dr. Lee. He said it is his understanding that sports at European/Australian university is basically a slight notch above intramurals. like folks from that part of the world is hella confused about America's obsession with college sports. So we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, like how you said, I didn't even know there were universities in other countries. He basically said that college sports just really isn't a thing. It's just a notch above intramurals in these other countries. So just something to kind of be and they all pretty much all of the best athletes go pro. They don't go to college to play sports, they go pro. And I mean that continues the bigger narrative we have about college sports and amateur sports just in general in America, and how it's kind of structured for somebody to get paid, and it's not going to be the athletes. Which, if you really kind of think back about it, and it's not every sport, it's the sports that the grandchildren of slaves are the best at. And I mean, I'm saying that in a very mild way. The things that black kids are really good at, we're going to find a way to capitalize off that and not let them capitalize off of their athletic abilities at a very young age. That's just how I feel about it. I mean, we could go into...
I'm not sure. I'm not all the way sure because I wasn't here, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know about yours, but that my grandmother was not a slave. So I don't know about your grandmother.
Okay, so I feel like grandchildren means great grandchildren and great grandchildren. I think that's all still grandchildren.
Somebody in your family was a slave, right? Somebody in your family.
My grandma wasn't a slave.
Right, but not my grandma. My auntie, my great auntie. She my grandma.
Somebody picked cotton.
I think they still got people who slaves in New Iberia who work on Avery Island. They told me, not Avery Island, but like some on one of those Morton, what is it called? The salt mines and stuff. I think they got people who had the indentured like a little bit, not necessarily slaves. That sounds ridiculous, but you know, I'm just saying it's
sharecropping.
Well, I mean, if you really think about the things that Colin Kaepernick is kind of fussing about, who came out like in the top 3 in all of our lists, he's talking about prison reform as one of his things as well. Prisoners are slaves in 2017, 2018. Like, we got them out there doing cheap labor and doing whatever, and we building private run prisons to have them in there and doing the bidding of somebody who's getting rich off of it.
And I was about to say they're making buku money off the work of the backs of people who sitting in jail out there.
So you could talk about who a slave and who ain't a slave, ride smooth, but guess what? Slavery still exists. They just be denying it.
Okay, cool.
Boy.
My grandmother wasn't a slave. That's all I wanted to say.
But to the point, Dr. Lee, I feel like if they didn't have sports at a lot of these universities, they wouldn't have to get the tuition they get. Who would go to? Not many people would go to University of Miami, but certain like USC. You know,
yeah, you go to USC. That's in LA.
Not just to go, but the people go for the football team.
Okay,
like people go to schools because
use a better example. They wouldn't go to Gonzaga.
They definitely wouldn't go to Gonzaga. That's a good example. They wouldn't go to.
I mean,
but it's a bunch of schools you would not go to if the football team or basketball team wasn't popping.
For some students, but I mean, it definitely wouldn't be bringing in the revenue.
No,
that they was to be able to do the type of things they do academically if they didn't have the athletics to kind of back that up. So I can agree with that. On the intro clip, in case you guys didn't hear that, I'm gonna go back to the beginning. That was actually a clip from Jeopardy last week, and you heard it. They told that dude his answer was wrong when he said Gangster's Paradise Lost instead of Gangsta's Paradise Lost. Wow. It's swagger jacking, right? It's cultural appropriation, and it's where it goes wrong. I mean, you're not stealing our stuff, but you want to be like cool and hip by putting like hip hop lyrics, even 90s hip hop lyrics, into Jeopardy to say you with the shits.
Yeah. But
then you gonna tell us how it should be done? Like, your Ebonics, your definition. I mean, I don't know. What's another analogy like gangsters and gangster? What's another one that they might do? Like,
you just said it. Nigga.
I mean, how dare you tell us how we supposed to say slang words, or I guess quote unquote Ebonics words, African American vernacular?
Yeah,
I think that's just an interesting topic.
I think
no, what it really is I think for like black people, like all of us, it really doesn't matter if you put an ER or an A. I think to Coolio, it really doesn't matter if you put a ER or an A. And to be honest with you, I don't know if you ever heard somebody from Cali speak, which of course we all have because we've all been there.
Like super proper.
It's super proper. Like they call that shit gangster. Like that nigga, you ain't no gangster.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Nigga, you ain't no gangster, cuz.
Yeah.
Blood. You know
actually, a guy from Cali was talking to me yesterday. He was talking about our podcast, and he said, he was talking about all of us, and he was like, "Yeah, you and Los are like the wild Southern dudes, and he said Raj is like the articulate Southern dude who speaks who's well spoken.
He definitely is well spoken.
So the Cali people love some Raj Spool speak.
Raj is slick Cali.
That's right.
He just
That's
got
right, 'cause
legs.
I'm a gangster, cuz.
Gangster
blood.
homie.
Hey,
Pull up,
hold
homie.
up.
Shout out.
T Grizzly, huh? Because that
Shout
AR
out.
got a street sweeper.
So,
So
boner, nigga. That's it.
You get active. You get active, homie.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's crazy because it's like I got like these bigger thoughts on just the whole fact that we came up as a people, slaves. Man, I'm not even talking about the grandchildren of slaves. We're talking about slaves in general.
Not your
come
grandma.
here, yeah, not my grandmother. We come here speaking out these different African dialects, and then you come to America and they're like, no, you need to speak English, and this is how you need to speak it.
Yeah.
And they come up with their whole own version of English, and like I be doing this and talking like in a different quote unquote way that we would say as Ebonics.
Yeah.
It's just them trying to learn like how to speak the language,
Yeah.
and they make their own sense out of it because they weren't allowed to read and write and do different things like that. And that gets passed down as an oral tradition, as a written tradition to kids. And now as Black people, we still use some of that dialect, that African American dialect. And you're gonna come tell us, no, that's not. It's, you the way you're supposed to say it is gangstas.
Yeah.
No, Alex Trebek.
Gangster was fine.
Gangster is gangster. It's all.
It's the same shit.
It's
You
just
still get
fine.
shot in the face.
They are not synonyms. They are the same word.
However,
Go
did he
ahead.
say it? Did he say it? Or did he, like, was he buzzing it or was it when they had to write it down?
No, he
buzzed
buzzed
it.
He buzzed it.
Okay, cool. Because now, I will say, if he wrote it and it was ER or A and he wrote it wrong, maybe. But still, I wouldn't care. But if he had to write it, it makes it a little bit different.
So I got a question. If it was like that BG song in Mac from like back in the day on like Cash Money, what was the name of the album? Cash Money is an Army.
But he got a Navy.
No, but I mean, I don't remember. All Eyes on You, one of them.
Get It How You Live or something?
Yeah, it might have been Get It
okay.
How You Live. If they would have played that song and they would have been like, the answer to the clue was, what is niggers in trouble? Hey, that might have been wrong though.
That's definitely wrong.
Might have been wrong.
That's definitely wrong.
I might have called in.
This nigga, I think, had an H in his shit. If I'm
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was blown out the back.
NIGGAHZ.
Yeah.
So if you spell it ERS, you got it wrong.
Yeah,
But
niggas
the funny
are
part,
in trouble.
Them boys didn't do that on purpose. That's probably really how they thought it was spelled for
Oh
real.
man, stop it. The boys didn't
On
go
they
to school.
do.
They didn't go to school a lot.
When they
Shout out
probably
BG.
really thought that's how you spell
BG
it.
might listen to our stuff.
Free my boy.
I heard
BG,
I heard we heavy in the pit, man. Shout out to Brothers
BG.
on Lock. This podcast is brought to you by my boy Michael Green. This yeah, right? This podcast is brought to you by BG as well. Them
Don't
boys.
drop the soap, boy.
Stop it. That's not a real thing, man. Well, we're gonna find out because he said he want to be on the podcast. My homeboy Michael Green, on lock right now. He said he want to get on here and tell y'all what's real and what's fake. So we're gonna try to get that one going in 2018.
Definitely want to be here for that.
That's gonna be some fun action. So New Year's just happened. He just gave his list. Some couple of things that I saw, like some of these annoying posts. One of them was like,
God.
I read on I think this was Facebook. It said all these doggone New Year, New Me folks are in the gym already, trying to get a head start on getting fit. This is the absolute worst time of year to go work out. I'ma be in and out. Good thing it won't last long. Gyms will be packed for the next 2 weeks. What do y'all think about that when somebody posts something like that?
I mean, for me, I just like let people be them, man. If they post it on online, let them be them, man. I don't really take none of that seriously. I mean, that's why I stay off Facebook because people get heavy into Facebook about that dumb shit. You know that January 2nd, 2018, day 2 of 365, 2016 losses, 2017 lessons, 2018 blessings. I mean, I just get right on past that stupid shit. Like, I'm not gonna. How you know you're gonna be blessed? You know what I'm saying? With the 2
So you're just not with the post at all. I mean, I'm talking about that specific one. I just think I've honestly, maybe it's just a me thing, but I hate when people take gym selfies. I hate when people do the whole
because you're not working out.
I mean, but even if I work, but the times I work out heavy, have you ever really seen me posting in the gym
No.
stuff like that? I just think that it's like, okay, cool. Your whole point was that you work out all year.
Fine,
You happy?
you good.
You could have posted that instead of trying to downplay that 365-pound woman who thinks she actually ground. Like, if that's the case, don't downplay that woman, man.
Just walked a mile in 45 minutes.
Damn.
Let the nigga live, bro.
I don't even think that. That's wow. That's slow. I don't even think it go that speed. Another one I heard that was interesting, and this one I think that we can maybe share some light on. I laughed audibly out loud when I read this one. It said, "Hey, stranger text, gonna be disguised as Merry Christmas and Happy New Year messages. Stay woke."
I saw that.
Oh, wow. I like that a lot. Because back in the gap, oh, yeah. Y'all lucky that they got, I'm dry snitching right now. Y'all lucky that they got iPhones. Because back in the day when you couldn't tell who was in a group message, I send that to 20 people at one time. Same text. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I actually suffered from not knowing the transition of that. So
You took the L?
I got caught in a group text message with all my hoes.
Yeah.
Because yesterday it wasn't like that.
Yeah. It was so much easier than sitting there texting each one of them individually. So it's so much easier just to text them all at once.
Did they get you, Raj? How bad was it?
I didn't have no more hoes after that.
Man, you lost them all? You couldn't save one?
Damn, you got to save at least one after that. That was my answer, no.
Yep. First thing, my cousins.
That shit don't work like that, cuz when you text 10 hoes, cause you know they let you do 10. When you text 10 hoes, the same thing. Happy New Year's, baby.
Oh.
And they all see it.
You put baby?
I might have put a little something in there.
With the kissy face and stuff?
Nah, this was before emojis, of course.
Oh, okay. Man, right. I ain't took no like that before.
iPhones hating, man. They stop people from being great because
iPhones and screenshots.
I mean, that's a true thing. Dude's gonna send you a little. I mean, they're just checking your temperature, though.
That's all it is. Seeing what you're doing. They want that how you been.
It is a hey, big head, but I mean, it ain't in that same. Well,
it's definitely in that same.
It's definitely in the same world.
Especially if you ain't talked in like 6 months.
I laughed out loud when I read that though.
And you get that
because I got a few Merry Christmas texts like
who number this?
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I just sent the nativity scene back.
The nativity, the bless up.
That's the safe shit.
Did you say Merry Christmas and you spell Christ in all capital letters? Like to
let him know.
He's the reason for the season.
I got one for you. So, and this is funny to me. You know, I guess we all have different types of funny, but I'm not cutting nobody off in 2018. I was the one being all fake in 2017.
I like that though. That's self-aware. Huh? I mean,
yeah, it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm the nigga you might cut off.
Okay,
I'm not cutting nobody
so
off.
this podcast is brought to you by D Beasley, because he definitely said if you got to cut people off every year, then maybe the problem is you. Like, so it's like those things. They go in hand. So,
but my thing, when you say cutting people off, they be really talking about on social media. I'm blocking people, all that. Like, why are you following those people? Like, for real, like you're not hurting their life because you block them off your social media. Maybe
you cutting people off in real life, but how wild would that be if you got like a friend right now who you think is still your friend, but you ain't talked to him in the last 4-5 days since the new year started, and that man really didn't cut you off? Like, they might have somebody out here who might have cut all of us off, like right now.
January 1st. Boom.
Not talking to this nigga no more.
I'm not.
How about
no.
this one? So this is the first 2018 question that we have as a people.
Go ahead.
If Black Panther's trash, are we gonna pretend it's good?
I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh,
I'm definitely gonna pretend.
That is good. That is good. Black Panther. I saw the 50 most anticipated movies of 2018, and Black Panther was number 1 on Yahoo. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm geeked about it too. It's everything that we like. It's everything. It's like some Marvel type stuff. I mean, it's the comic book stuff. It's black people stuff. It's everything going on.
We have to pretend to make way for the real shit, man. Sometimes you gotta go with the L to make room for with some good shit come through.
I can't even really think about the last black movie because they're gonna stop making black movies if we say it's trash.
Exactly.
So we got to go out there and support it for one. So
sure.
The question wasn't if we're gonna support it. The question is if we're gonna say it was trash.
No, we're not. I'm not. That shit was fire.
I'm already beefing because it's all African people in the cast. I don't want it to be Chinwe, whatever his name is. I wanted Michael B. Jordan. In Rogers' words, Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White.
Wait, hold up. Michael B. Jordan is in Black Panther.
I know, but I want him to be the hero.
You wanted him to be Mike. You wanted him to be the Black Panther.
Yes, I wanted him to be
Not
Creed. I wanted him to be Creed and Black Panther.
He can't. No,
then Luke Cage should have been the Black Panther. I want a dark-skinned American Black. Michael John White.
He definitely can't do it.
He wouldn't even need a stunt double. Like he just could put the shit on and then just kick ass.
Yeah, but he can't. He can't take the mask off though ever.
He could be on the cars jumping off.
We're not gonna believe him, dog.
Cause he's Spawn. He's Spawn, dog. You can't be Spawn and Black Panther. Like he can't be Creed, and I get his point. Like he's got. I still wanted Idris Elba to be Batman. I don't care what y'all talking about.
I want that boy to be 007
though. He was gonna be James Bond too.
Yeah, I want him to be James. That's what I want.
We want him to be everything.
Yeah, I like that dude. He cool. He can act too, man. Boy, straight. I fuck with that. And he talk funny.
He talk because he's not American.
I know that.
All right, let's switch focus a little bit. I see Roger still over there pulling up New Year's text. But real quick, Los brought this to my attention. I forgot these people. Like, if I could go back in time and take one person off my list, I don't know who I would have taken off, but I know who I would have put on. I would have put on Kay Jewelers as like the top in the top 10 in 2017. Them boys dropped a $25 engagement ring. 25 chuckers for an engagement ring, man. Los, what you think about that,
man? I'm not mad at them, bro. I feel like it had to be a man's idea, right? Because at the end of the day, when you're getting married, it has nothing to do with the ring or the cost of the ring. You know what I'm saying? It's about the longevity of your marriage and your love, and you confessing your love, and y'all want to spend the rest of your life together. It has nothing to do with the cost of a fucking ring, man. And if you get mad if I bring you a $25 ring, we ain't meant to be together. What I'm gonna spend 4 or 5 G's on a ring for, and we mess around, beef out, and you throw it in the woods somewhere, and I'm still like we divorced, and I'm still paying on the ring. That got to be the worst feeling in the world.
That has to be terrible.
You spend all your money on a ring, but she left, and now you still paying for she gone. You can't even go to take a little chick to Church of Chicken because you pay on this ring. It just don't make sense to me. So
let me paint a picture for you.
I'm listening.
You got a chick, and they all went to Kay Jewelers, right? You got your chick, and then, Aldo got his chick. I got my chick. CNH got his chick. We all got our, let's say five other of our friends, Team Nice, got chicks, and we all get engaged at the same time, right?
Okay.
And you the only nigga that get the $25 ring. Yeah. And I mean, your chick, the only one with the $25 ring.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a problem in your household.
Nah, if she real, she better rock with me.
I mean, I don't know. It's interesting because like a dude, like because it was the big Twitter storm, right? A dude said, if I can't buy you a $24.99, because it's actually $24.99. If I can't buy you a $24.99 engagement ring, I don't want you. Is what the dude said, and I get his point. But a chick responded by saying, "I'm glad I didn't, and I'm giggling at the people who got this as a promise gift or an engagement ring. I know it's the thought that counts, but $24.99? Come on. It's like the equivalent of a bubblegum machine ring." And that was a chick who said that. I get your point, Roger, about it being a problem if she... But it's like everything else. It's priorities. I was talking to Blue Diamond earlier. This podcast brought to you by Blue Diamond. And he made a point to say...
You can't get him from Kay Jewelers. Not that Blue Diamond.
not that one, right? He said, if you think an engagement ring is expensive, just wait till you got to pay for that wedding. Like, so, I mean, I always kind of thought about this, that it's, some people in it for the ring, some people in it for the wedding, some people in it for the marriage. Yeah. And if you're in it for the marriage, then things like the wedding and the ring, you should be able to compromise on to make your marriage better. Yeah. If we're able to save, because I think the going rate right now, like the average engagement rate is about $6,100. If I could save $6,100, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm watching TV and Chris Paul just made somebody fall. Y'all gonna see that on the highlights. But if you could save $6,100 on a ring, and you could save like, I don't know, $1,200, $1,500 on a $15,000, $12,000 on a marriage, and you turn around and you save like $20,000 for your family to start your marriage.
Because the leading cause of divorce is money. So, you went broke, you went bought a $6,100 ring and then spent 15, 20 G's on the on the wedding. And y'all happy as hell until motherfuckers' bill come through that next month. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eat noodles in that thing now.
I mean, it's a real thing. But I get Roger. I get your point because sometimes they rank it. They gonna rank. They gonna pull them rings out. And be like, look at mine. Look at yours.
But then in 3 years, you can still pay on that ring, and you ain't got that same old lady no more.
In my opinion, if like I've been in the jewelry store before, and I've looked at the engagement rings and whatnot and the wedding.
Look at him. Pricing them.
I mean, shit is I'm looking for the diamond. Hey, what's up? Y'all got them ropes? Them Cubans. Y'all got that Cardi B. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at some stuff, I done seen it, and I see some very good prices. In fact, sometimes I'll get the paper, and they always got like a jewelry section in the paper, like the advertisements of the paper, and it'll be like prices range from $49.99 to $24.99. And I'm always thinking to myself, like that $49.99 ring, that's a good looking ring.
Really don't.
But it's probably it's a CZ though, right?
Cool, but if it's a CZ, so like I got some CZ stuff.
Cool,
CZ looks just as good as diamonds to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, why is it such a thing? Like, what do you need a diamond for whenever your CZ gonna shine even better?
Just because you can say I got a real diamond, no?
Chill.
It's almost like you gotta get your ring from somebody who's not like like it can't be from Jared or it can't be from Zales or K Jewelers.
Wholesale.
You gotta go wholesale because people gonna go look. Let me see where that ring from, and then they could try to out your old lady and say, "Nah, man, that one not real." But if they don't know no better, then what you gonna say?
I just don't know why people care so much though. Like that's my problem. Like, why do you care so much? I don't care. You get your old lady
and that's ring. We need to put that on the poll somewhere. We need to ask any young ladies who listen to the pod. You go ahead on comment. You let us know. Like, what's the big deal with it? Why do you think it's such a huge deal for some women to have a diamond? I mean, is it because diamonds are forever, quote unquote, and it's like a forever thing, as opposed to CZ? I don't know.
I will tell you this. This is a great story, and I'll be brief. So I have a friend. I'm not gonna say any names. I have a friend who was about to get married, and at the time his fiance, without him knowing, hit me up and was like, "Hey, I want to buy your friend a really, really expensive and nice wedding gift."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, off top, get him some shoes, get him some like Yeezys, or get him some Kobe's that's like real crazy, like rare, or some Jordans or something like that. Like I can even help you look like how much you're trying to spend." And she was like, like around maybe like 2 G's. I'm like, "Oh man, you could get like some crazy shit."
Mm-hmm.
So they were switching wedding gifts. You know what she got him?
What?
A dope ass $2,000 wedding ring. You see? That's exactly how I felt. He was sitting on all kind of shit. Sitting on all sorts of products. Nothing but Jordans, nothing but Yeezys. Oh man, with 2,000, you know what you could do?
2,000, you could get me you could roll in a little chest with like 2 pairs of shoes in that thing and some other stuff. A flat screen.
Right? But she was like, and you know what the crazy thing is she bought it and she was like, "He's gonna love this."
Did he?
He's gonna absolutely love this.
Did he love it?
Yes, he loved it. Wink, wink.
Yeah, that would have made me mad too. Especially after you told me what happened, I would have got so mad at us. Me and her started off on the wrong foot already.
That go into my theory that a lot of time women get gifts that they want you to have instead of the stuff that
that's not a theory, that's an actual thing.
Instead of stuff you want, is the stuff they want you to have. Yeah.
So she can say his ring cost $2,000.
Well, I might not get that 24 daddy, that $24.99, but I don't know if I want to spend $6 racks.
I know I'm not spending $6 racks.
Nah,
that's ridiculous.
300 is enough.
Pawn shop or or offer up. That's what I'm going straight up.
Hey, clean this up for me real quick.
I'm gonna find it from somebody who like, man, I ain't even using this no more. Man. I don't even like that one no more.
You gotta take the finger off.
Right.
Still on the finger.
Say, bro, I don't even like that hoe no more, bro.
Hey, she clean. She just had a test. She good.
All right, man. Real quick, let's still talking about list a little bit. On Roger's list, I think your number 9 was Meghan Markle, and we talked a little bit about Meghan Markle. So we don't have no music yet for Ask Roger, Ask Los, but there was an Ask Roger, Ask Los question about Meghan Markle. So I'm going to throw that to you guys and see what you guys think from
All right.
a listener. He said, Meghan Markle is being touted as a black princess. Should she be celebrated for quote-unquote catching a baller? Is this situation a testament that the world is progressing? Or was she chosen because her black is ambiguous, meaning she's light-skinned? What y'all think about that?
So since it's called Ask Roger, Ask Los, I'm gonna go first. So let's see. I'll answer the questions one by one. So should she be celebrated for catching a baller? Yes. Is this situation a testament that the world is progressing? No. And I'll explain why later. Or was she chosen because her black is ambiguous? I think so. Yes, that thing a big fire yellow bone. So yeah, I think Obama was chosen because he was light skinned. Yeah. If Obama was a big dark dude, no. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of how I feel about that. But back to is the situation a testament that the world is progressing? No. I think Meghan Markle, what I said about her was that she was kind of black. They got a lot of, I personally know some girls, even in New Iberia, that are kind of black, but like not really. But but like, you know, in a Meghan Markle situation, since she kind of black, you say, oh, she's black. We'll take that. But like for regular girls, there's some, you know, like I got in this argument with somebody the other day. Like if you want to be white and like you kind of white but kind of black, then you're white. I got some friends that are kind of white, kind of black. If they want to be white, you want to be white. If you can, you have that choice. But just to go, let's say Josh Boudreaux's black, off top, but he's kind of white. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. I think whatever, black princess, I'll take it. Give it to me. I'm good with it.
Well, I'm gonna jump it off and say anytime black woman come up, I'm happy for her. I'm not gonna hate on her, but yeah, she should be celebrated. I don't think the world's progressing. Like Roger said, I think she got that Tiger Woods effect, and that Barack Obama effect. She's a safe pick because he wasn't gonna pick. What's the super dark skinned model name?
I seen pictures, but I don't know his name.
Peter, whatever that lady. He wasn't gonna bring Issa Rae home. You know what I mean? So yes, I don't think the world is progressing that much just because she's very, very fair skinned. She's nice too.
You didn't matter?
Yeah. Just the last question. She partially was chosen because of that. You know what I mean? I don't believe that he would have brought a big darky to the crib and be like, "Hey, Queen."
I just want to say, shout out George Lucas. That's all.
He got him a darky. Fall paper.
With short hair.
Fall paper.
Natural? She natural?
Fall paper every day.
Oh.
I never said she was natural.
You're going too far.
But yeah, man. I don't think the world's progressing that much just because he did that happened to her. But you know, she's nice. Congratulations, shout out to her, man. I'm happy for her. You know, do your thing, baby.
And that was Ask Roger, Ask Los, brought to you by Best Friend Weekend Dad
Sexual
Hats.
chocolate.
Go get your Best Friend Weekend Dad Hat ASAP. We only got a few more things, man. I told y'all this was going to be a shorter pod. Y'all don't listen. Interesting thing, man. A lot of people I had to explain this at work a little bit about the Rooney Rule because some people didn't know what the Rooney Rule was. And it's basically... It's a rule out there that says in the NFL, when you're hiring a new coach, I think, or general manager, you have to at least interview one minority candidate. And I think it was from the guy, the Rooney family, who owns and I think still owns the Steelers.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say slaves.
No, I don't think they own slaves still.
That's Jerry Jones, boy.
But so basically the Rooney family came up with this rule, or helped to come up with this rule. So now the NFL abides by it. It's been for years people talk about it's a great thing because, you know, sometimes like we didn't even know this person was on our radar and then he came in and interviewed and it's like, oh, this guy was a great candidate and we would have never known unless the rule was in place. So it's a great thing. But isn't it wild that there's a rule in place to make sure minority coaches get an interview in the league and you have to do it? even though you know you won't hire him. Because the case in point this week is John Gruden looks like he's going to get the Raiders job. And everybody knows it. Yeah. Everybody's like, John Gruden wants to be the Raiders coach. He's the Raiders coach. So to be compliant, they're going to have to interview some black people. Like,
we're all Mexican.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I say that like
Chinese dude.
No, I don't know if a minority means an underrepresented minority or not. So we'll see. But I don't know. I was watching Inside the NFL, and Phil Simms was basically like, they should be happy to interview because they will get the experience in the process, and now they're going to be on other teams' radars as well. So that was his take on it. I basically said out loud, like, you stupid. Like, that's stupid as hell. Like, why would I want to go interview for a job I know I'm not going to get so other people could be like, oh, well, they interviewed that boy. Well, they interviewed me and I didn't get the job, so I look like a... Anyway, what do y'all think about just that whole concept of the Rooney Rule?
I mean, I feel like it's... Go ahead.
No, sure. So, I guess it is what it is. I guess there's certain situations where it's stupid. What I do, I guess I didn't hear the Phil Simms thing, but I heard you say it. So what I agree with it, I disagree with the part about the be on teams' radars. But I do kind of like the fact that you get to go through the interview process. So like, what if there is like some young up and coming guy, and like not rest in peace Danny Green, not like somebody that's been in the league for a long time, but just Denny's. So not like him, like just some young up and coming guy. And it's stupid. I know it's very stupid, but just, hey, let's choose him just so he can see how the interview process goes. But I think it'd be funny, not funny. It'd be like, I'm gonna say funny because it's funny to me. If you walk in, let's do a role play. You walk into my office for your interview. You're my Rooney Rule guy.
How you doing, sir? I'm here to interview.
Hey, how's it going, man? So just you're not gonna get the job. Just wanted to let you know that it's already going to John Gruden, but we got to do this, so you might as well get it over with.
It's a little bit of sweat off my back. I thought I might have been able to come in here and really tell you my credentials and everything, and then you might have really like decided that I might have been the guy for the job.
Cool. Hey, and son,
boy,
that's all I need to know. So you can go and get now.
Like
if it's that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's
we hiring water boys though. We need a water boy.
I get it. I mean, I get the merits of it. I think it's just, I don't know.
I don't like it because, well, I mean, I think it's a necessary evil, but I don't like it for the simple fact what Roger said. You know what I mean? Anytime you just call me here just to be in compliance, you're not listening to me, you don't care. Then I'm saying, I'm wasting my time. I might have missed out on another opportunity coming in here playing with you. Now, it does work when you come in and wow them, but at the same time, to make that rule, to even have to make that rule is crazy, number one. But to call somebody in there just to waste their time, just to say you interviewed a black man, that's wild as hell.
So this guy got me to thinking a little bit. Should this rule be in place for other jobs as well, just other situations? What are some other instances where the Rooney Rule would be beneficial? What should you let other races try before giving a job to a person in one race? So the first thing that came to mind was dating. So I think you shouldn't be able to get married until you date at least one person that's outside of your race.
When you say date, you mean like for real date, like go out and hold hands and shit, or you
gotta date them, like go home, meet their family.
Oh, nah, you gonna get out me.
I mean, dating is like interviewing, right?
That's
for the
true.
job.
That's definitely
true. If your end goal is only marriage and getting that $24 ring, then dating is an interview. Right. I mean, a lot of times it's not wasting time, but it's doing. So
basically, hey, look here, I'm trying to get married. I just came over here to meet y'all, so I get this out the way so I can go marry who I really want. Same
and
thing.
then I mean, if you once you end up in them black sheets with that black woman, you might be like, oh shit. No.
The black woman or white woman?
Maybe.
Because I'm black.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with us, it'd be like a little white woman or
definitely
a Mexican.
Yeah. Or Asian lady. Get some pho. Some chicken pho.
How about cutting your hair? Like
definitely not interviewing a white boy.
You should interview a Hispanic dude. Them boys might like make like I heard somebody say before a Puerto Rican dude gave them the best line they ever had in their life. But you never know that.
I won't.
Because you never interviewed a Puerto Rican dude to cut your hair, or a Dominican dude.
In
Roger,
2017, a white chick cut my hair.
Straight up. So you didn't see it?
You for real?
A white chick cut my hair in 2017.
Was it fine?
And she was like, look, the line was straight. Like the line was, of course it was straight, but the line was good. Wasn't great, but it was good, acceptable. But the blend wasn't. The fade blend wasn't all that. So
where were you why you had to cut your hair?
It's a long story.
Okay, I figured
I
so.
made my appointment with wasn't there, and she was like, "I'm gonna get you next," and I was like, "Okay, I guess." And I really I sat for like 10 minutes and really contemplating like, should I get up and leave, or should I just
he get up on his phone and walk outside like he talking, and then just mash.
Right?
Mama, what you say happened?
Just stay and take it. And so I just was like, whatever. I'm gonna just see what she got.
Well,
man, you're a brave one.
How about lawn maintenance? Because I've actually tried this one. I know back in Louisiana, it was always an old black dude cutting grass. And in Houston, it's always a Hispanic person cutting grass. I mean, should you try a different person? So what I noticed out here in Houston is that the black people don't cut grass good.
I'm not letting no black man cut my grass in Houston. Not happening, partner.
Boys don't work hard enough.
You lazy, dog. And you slow. You lazy, you slow, and you don't come on time.
Then it had the grass was looking all uneven and stuff at my house. He didn't.
Yeah, not letting. It's only Mexicans cutting the grass in Houston, partner. And he only working on my car too. Not letting no black man work on my car either.
Black dude can't work on your car either.
Nah, not out here. No, why he gonna charge me too much?
What if it was a Rooney Rule?
I mean, I'm not interviewing. You know what? I'll let him give me an inspection. See how you do.
He might let you slide with some stuff. Your tires like your thread is down to 1, but go ahead on play.
You got a crack in your windshield.
Go ahead on play.
I'm gonna let you. But you know what he gonna do? Go on, give me 60. Give me 60, and I'll let you go. That's it. A Mexican gonna be like, hey, home, I'm gonna let you go with this, but just come back. I'll change your oil. When you just come back out. Black man, shit. You got that crack, and then your tire in the back.
Shit, I could lose my license if I just let you go. But
give me 150, and I'm gonna let you make it. You know what I'm saying? That's why nope.
One that my coworkers was talking about was this. They said, how about Netflix and Pandora? What if there was a Rooney Rule for that, where you couldn't set your Pandora stations or like look at any Netflix movies until you looked at genres that you're not familiar with? Like you gotta listen to some country music, or you gotta listen.
For how long?
Well, just you gotta see if you like it or not, right? It's the same as interviewing. Like for every station you set, before you set one station, you gotta listen to. You can listen You can listen to 3 black stations, but you gotta listen to one something different.
Okay, I can work with that. Every now and then, that would get tiring. But
I think it might expand your horizons, which is kind of like the idea. It's part of the idea behind the Rooney Rule that you'll pick up some stuff like, oh shit, I didn't know John Mayer was dope.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Tom Tomlin was a fire-ass coach.
Oh shit, maybe I don't want John Gruden anymore.
Right? That's not saying no one ever, right?
Yeah.
That's why the Rooney Rule is in place. Oh shit, this nigga is dope.
Maybe I don't want to turn up to
Maybe
the
I don't want John
Golf
Gruden.
Brooks now.
Maybe I do want Tyrone Bluthers.
Yeah, man. It'll work. It'll work for some things.
It's
some
like right. It's like who Sylvester. We want Sylvester Croon. oh, black coach. I can't even think of a good black coach besides Mike Tomlin. Is he really that good? Like, is he really?
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I don't know.
Ty Willingham is the shit. We don't want John Gruden anymore.
Yeah, that's the black coach. That's good. Not Ty Willingham, the dude who at Stanford right now, David Shaw. But I think he's only good because he's partially black. Yeah. He's ambiguous.
Hey, Gruden, we had a real good interview with Lovie Smith. We're gonna think.
I appreciate you coming, man. We didn't change our mind. Lovie make him take out their earrings.
Man, Herm Edwards plays to win the game. We want him. Right? We want that guy. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. And I don't think that's true.
So, John, look, Charlie Strong came in. We gave him a chance, man, and I think we might go with him.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah, it had to be. We had to get what's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Texas A&M. We had to get Kevin
Mike Tom-
Sumlin.
Kevin Sumlin.
Mike Tomlin, little brother.
The way he came, his hair was all over the place. It was magical.
I thought Mike Tomlin and Kevin Sumlin were the same person.
They are.
No.
They are. I'm actually looking at right now on Wikipedia. It says that Mike Tomlin and Kevin Sumlin are actually brothers.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Same mama, same dad, or same dad?
Yeah. No, their mom's name was Lynn.
Oh,
So they
okay.
named one of them Tomlin, and then the other one's
Yeah.
Sumlin.
Got it.
So
Different daddies.
different daddies, but Tom and Sum.
Yeah,
You know,
because
common
that
black
was the
people
daddy
problem.
name. The daddy name was Thomas, and then the other daddy name, he was Asian. His
Hey.
name was
Sumlin.
Hey, it could be a running rule for who you gonna have a baby with. You gotta have a baby with somebody outside your race first, and then you
That's
gotta
not a Rooney Rule.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do with them babies if you don't want them?
you
Stop
gotta
it.
drop it. No, you never know if you gonna like that baby.
You don't interview a baby.
How you know if you gonna like a little white baby or not? You don't know. You might love a white baby more than you like a black baby. You like, you know what?
This white baby is so well behaved.
I like this white baby.
This little pink baby.
Yeah, eat all his fruit and vegetables.
Nah. Wait till that little baby. You gonna say that? Then when that baby embarrass you in the store, no.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Carl.
Dumb motherfucker.
Hey man,
Carl,
cue,
that's a good one, Carl.
cue that music up for nothing nice.
You know,
to
they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo nice.
Alright, so I'm gonna hop on some other stuff off this rip, so I don't want to lose y'all, so just stick with me. The hot viral video last week was that lady in church, and I'm gonna play that for y'all one time.
Hi, my name is Tanya Mancy, and I'm a backslider. Y'all pray for me. Bible said the fool makes a man out of God. He's nothing to be played with. And food and heart says there's no God, but God is real. I used to come home drunk from school, laying up with men, out there prostituting, having oral sex with my mouth, licking men's balls. Thank you. Amen. Remember you in prayer. Anyone else have a word from the Lord?
That video is real funny, but is it though? I had this forwarded to me by my co-workers, family members, random IG inboxes, and I mean everybody, like everybody on Facebook. My doctor friends, my pharmacist friends, my Christian friends, hood Negroes from my hometown, and pretentious chicks from college was reposting with their own little jokes. But let me ask you again. Was it all that funny? I mean, you don't have to work at a psychiatric hospital to understand there's something wrong with that woman. She is definitely special ed. And I don't want to go too far and start to speculate about her life, but she says she came home drunk from school. That means that woman's problem started a long time ago. Because if you look at that video, she ain't no spring chicken. All right, fuck it. She says she out there prostituting and having oral sex with her mouth, licking them balls. That's funny on its own. In a bubble, it's actually downright hilarious. But you don't have no sympathy for people who clearly have mental deficiencies and then been through a tough life? Oh, I forgot. It's whatever for a laugh, so I'm going to let y'all make it. But you know who I'm not going to let slide? The good church folk that ain't let the backslider slide. You heard that woman. She said she a backslider. She even quoted some scripture that I couldn't quite understand. But instead of letting that woman tell her testimony, instead of letting that woman live her truth, instead of letting her give her reconciliation, y'all snatch the mic from her and shame her back to her seat. You ever thought for 1 second that she was an unchurched individual who wasn't used to the way that church worked? You could see that she nervous. Did you ever think that she might have thought that if you confess your sins in front of the congregation, you might get absolution? You ever thought that she might have needed a hug, a positive word, or a talk in private instead of 10,000 repost jokes and a whole church full of people gasping and embarrassing her? Or maybe that's what we're doing in 2018. Or maybe I don't have nothing nice to say, so I shouldn't say nothing at all. Hey, man, look, BFW Podcast, man, look, we out here killing it. It's going down 2018. We still here. We going to be here this year, man. We're going to give the Best Friend Weekend. The certification program is back. And what we're going to talk about today is our homeboy, Donnie B. Good, man. I'm actually a fan of this boy, man.
That boy fire, bro.
Donnie B Good 713 on Instagram.
Shout out, boy.
He gave us a couple of songs to look at. That Houston Knights, which is a fool.
Hey, with my index and my pinky hanging out the dope.
I mean, but that father figure is the one that we gonna leave the podcast with. That's actually our homeboy. The Shock Podcast brought to you by Booger. That's Booger best friend. You saw Booger recently on social media. He just got engaged. Congratulations. I wonder if he bought that $25 daddy.
Oh, $200.
He might have got it, man. I mean, if we wasn't in here recording right now, he doing a concert right now at Past the Aux at Warehouse Live tonight. So I would have been there if I wasn't here tonight. I mean, we still might even have time to make it, man. Man.
Shout out, boy.
I like that, man. You say you the type of, you talk that shit that say your page got hacked, man. Drunk text my ex-ho. She don't answer, copy paste to the next hoe, nigga.
I call the next machine on that rag. I'm getting slowed down.
That's what he said. Hey, I'm getting the next slow.
Hey, boy, that boy fire.
The thing is, you find rappers, some rappers that's like, okay, this boy go harder, this boy don't. And, you know, we let people tell us who rap well. Yeah. That boy could spit.
Nah, he really can.
Like, I like people that actually like their music.
I think that's his little son on the video, the little son on the video.
Spinning around on the...
That was a fire line. He was like, that was fire, bro.
Shout
out, bro.
Spinning around on a record.
Playing the keyboard or something. That boy, I fuck with him. Bro.
I mean, I'm a fan, man. So yeah, man, y'all go over there, check his music out. Donnie B Good 713. We big fans with the Best Friend Weekend podcast, and that boy is Best Friend Weekend approved, man. Hey, look, man, it was cool today, man. Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about before we get out of here, man? This is the first one we did under an hour in so long, very long.
In and out.
Raj looking at the clock like, no, it's not under an hour.
Nah, we gotta wait for these 3 minutes. You know, no,
we gotta wait them out.
No, I just want to say welcome back, Los.
Appreciate that, bro.
Just want to say goodbye, CNH, and don't ever come back no more. Had the worst New Year's Eve night of my life, and I didn't mean the best New Year's Eve night of my life, but I can't do it no more. I'm getting old, so.
I saw your eyes. You look drunk off your face, boy.
New year, new me, and new friends and all that jazz. So I'm gonna holler at some of my friends, including CNH.
I just wanna, I gotta leave out with some words of wisdom. Last time I was 420, so I couldn't get it together. Character is the ability to carry out a resolution long after the excitement of the moment has passed. One time.
What's the rest of it?
That's it.
Have some character, man. Y'all boys some characters, man. It's not nice to say, hey.
We really commit.
Just like suns and moons with the certainty of tides.
It sounds good.
Or does it wither like a raisin in the sun?
Or a prune in the refrigerator? Or white member.
Alright, I'm gonna stop. Y'all stupid.
They say numbers don't lie. I'm the motherfucking one. Next up. God flow blessed up. Getting paid like a doctor. Checked up. Donnie be good, the physician. Popping pills without a prescription. I put my partners in position. Every nigga in my clique is on the paper chasing mission. Ain't no side switching out here trying to get it. Money over bitches, pockets Peter Griffin. Fat boy, blueberry pancake stacks, boy. Blue 100 racks, boy. Still spitting crack, boy. You the type to talk shit and tell the world your page got hacked, boy. You's a broad nigga, fraud nigga. Real life, you a fucking hoe. You got Instagram and Twitter, fool. Bet you all the real niggas know. Enough with that, let's talk about the dough. A nigga gotta chase a pot of gold. My diamonds dancing like they Zydeco. I'm repping Houston like the Dynamo. I'm slamming bitches like they dominoes. I eat the gator out of Papa Do's. I tip the waitress, then I gotta go. Paper chase. Medusa head over lace. I thank the Lord, amazing grace. Blue honeys face to face. Now that's a presidential race. Usain Bolt, keep my pace. Usain Bolt, keep the pace. I just pulled out the parking lot, got me feeling like EXO. I just sipped on the hen straight, then I drunk text my ex-ho. Bitch ain't text back quick enough, copy paste to the next hoe. Told me she was on a red rag, so I went and got the next slow. Money still on my fucking mind, up the price for my next show. Jesus Christ, I done sacrifice, crucifix for the neck glow. If it ain't about a cool chick, probably never getting checked for. Bust it down with the family lamb, bust it like Metro. All my dogs eat Petco, small face, 100 retro. That's some shit I never let go. Kill for a nigga, death row. Suge, Snoop, Drake, Tupac. Wild, Wild West, 2 Glocks. Automatic like transmission. You don't wanna get the crew shot. Young nigga. Son and rapper's father figure. If money's doing all the talking, all your pockets do is whisper. If real recognize real, you really looking unfamiliar. You really looking unfamiliar.